It starts in 1 hour and 21 minutes. Okay, we're good. We're fine. Oh my god, there is a lot of you. Hello! Hello, everyone. So, as soon as I started the stream, I get a notification on my phone that, you know, event apps are open for Anime Boston and all that jazz. Apparently, they opened everything all at once. So, hold on 1 second. Hi, Goggle! Hi, Ethan! Hello! Oh my god, I'm gonna be seeing so many familiar faces. I'm so excited about this. Hi, Inetro. Luigi Man is so funny. I love your username so much. Thank you, Goggle. Yeah, the first few streams were scuffed, but I discovered the power of Ethernet, so hopefully we shouldn't be running into too much scuff today. But it's fine if we do. But, hold on 1 second. I'm about to show you some crazy stuff. Wow, this does not... I'm looking at my screen now. I'm realizing that I may need to change the placement of chat for this model. And... Jajan! Hello! I'm a person! I'm a human person! I'm not a bird anymore! I'm a bird in spirit. But as you can see, I've grown slightly taller, and chat is a little behind my head. I am so sorry. Also attended Otakon. I am so bad with names. If you showed me like a cosplay you wore at AB or told me what event you were in, I might be able to remember. I am so sorry. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to rearrange chat a little bit. I have heard that people do it like in the bottom, like down yonder to the bottom left. Thank you for the follow, Nappy Bone. I forgot to thank everyone else for their follows too. Oh my god, okay. Regular Idol Showcase the first time. Oh, okay, you're an idol. Okay, good. Thank you for the follow. I was not able to participate in the Idol Showcase any years, really. I really pursued other events that I could do live mic at, which Idol Showcase couldn't accommodate for like a myriad of reasons, but I always attended though. I always watched. Hi, Whimsy! Oh my god, I didn't... I know you! I know who you are, okay. Hi, Whimsy. Harder is their chat in the bottom left, so maybe good spot. Yeah, I think bottom left is usually where chat goes. Audience and Idol Showcase. Oh, that's so fun. I'm messing around with the new thing that, yeah. Hey, at least you can see, like, a couple messages right above my head. Unless I shrink myself down real small. Oh, that's funny. I don't want to press the wrong buttons here. Okay. Alright, so yeah. As I said, as I was starting stream, this bad boy, excuse me. There we go. This bad boy popped up. So it turns out that everything's open. Panel apps are open, which I know is a huge deal for a lot of people that do panels. Karaoke's open. I saw that earlier. All the spotlights, all the events, all the contests, the AMV stuff. Let's actually click this and see what's going on here. Oh, thanks. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, okay, that tells us a lot. Age is really cool. So I came in at about halfway. No, the showcase is always a fun time, though. Which is why it's a shame that it's not happening this year, but I don't know, we'll see. But, panels and more. Is there a forum discussion? Ooh, more details? No more details. Okay, that's fine. I was going to bring us to the Anime Boston website. Anyways. Jajan. Peep the gold chip cursor, by the way. Oh, I'm so excited, by the way, Goggle, that you follow me, because I think this means that I can finally raid you, because usually you're streaming, like, on Fridays as well, and I always end stream when you're midway through yours, and I'm always like, I want to send all my people to him! But hopefully I can do that now. But thank you guys all for showing up. Very exciting stuff. Let's see how many people we got in here right now. Oh, we got a decent amount. Yeah, I saw. It made me really excited because you'd be able to stop in maybe. I wasn't sure if you were going to. Yeah, I feel ya. It's been a lot lately. I've been like doing interviews out the hoo-ha and holiday stuff, which is like not much in the name of holiday stuff, just mostly like chilling and relaxing. This is a weird year, so we just kind of skipped out on most of it, but we're starting to ramp up into the usual normalcy, so at least that'll like kind of be like, phew, relief. And I did get hired recently, so I'm excited to start a new job. But let me see here. Wondering if we should do this first. All right, now let's just go to the fancy thing that I set up. Where is my thing? Still kind of navigating through OBS a little bit. There we go. Ooh, we would love to have you. We have a lot of regulars. It's really nice. It's really cool. All right, let me close my Discord real quick. There we go. Okay. So, hi everyone. I am K-chan. I have been participating in Anime Boston cosplay events since 2022. And I did always want to do like a video of some kind, doing like an explanation of each event and like how application processes usually go and like what it's like and stuff, because a lot of people are like nervous to jump in. So here it is. It's usually me and my boy Majima doing these events. And since 2022, we've done cosplay deathmatch. We've done masquerade several times in performance. Did cosplay singer this previous year. We did a lot. We did cosplay singer, we did deathmatch, and we did in character contest, which, by the way, awesome time. And I'm so glad they're bringing it back again. Very exciting. And then we used to do cosplay chess, which is an event that Goggle Candy used to run, as well as he now runs in character contest, and he does a phenomenal job. It is right up his alley. He can like improv and be in character, and it's a fun time. It's a really fun time. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Let me see if I can see myself. I can. Oh my goodness, this is cool. I'm definitely not doing this slideshow on like an actual slideshow program. I'm using Fire Alpaca. Yeah, they better not. Jesus. You do. You like, oh, you kill it. Every year you kill it. But all of your applications and all of the information on each event can be found on the Anime Boston website, which I just showed. Let me just show you real quick again where it is. So this is animeboston.com. This is the homepage, and you want to go over to signups, and then you look at this. You have your options. You have so many options for a lot of stuff. And as far as I know now, you no longer need a forum account to sign on for events. You need an Eventry account, which it walks you through signups when you go to sign up for things. So let's say like, oh, I wanna do Masquerade. So let's just click on Masquerade. You choose either performance or craftsmanship. You cannot do both. And then you go through the rules and make sure you read them, because you don't want to get like blindsided by something that was in the rules. And then signups are over here. I'm not going to click on it because I don't know if it's going to show like legal name and address and stuff, because I've already applied for a lot of them. So I know what the application looks like. I'll show you what the application looks like real quick. This is the Cosplay Deathmatch app. So this first step here, user info, I'm not going to show you, obviously, but they ask for stuff like legal name, legal address, phone number, all that jazz. Surprised to not see an emergency contact in here. They've done that in previous years. Yeah, I can't remember if we used Eventry for Masquerade performance before. I was looking at something, sorry. But you put in all your basic user information here. And then you go to additional info, which is basically the meat and potatoes of your application. It will be you saying you're an adult or you're a designated adult of someone who's trying to apply, how many people are in your group, and usually performer names, character names, series they're from, cosplay photos, which for good cosplay photos, you want to have as much as your cosplay done as possible, and you want a full-length photo, like a nice one. Like, we're not talking like professional photography here. We're just talking about, like, can they see what the costume looks like? Like, don't take it in a dark room. And then usually they'll have you write an introduction. Majima proceeded to write the most ridiculous one he could, because deathmatch is fun. God. So this is an example of the deathmatch application. In this case, our group has 2 members. These will be our legal names of the performers, which I changed, obviously, here, to not dox us both. And they will request what series your characters are from. Some events are more strict on source material than others. Masquerade is particularly strict when it comes to source material. Events that are non-contest, like with cash prizes, are like less so. Received. Yeah, Goggle says he's received illustrations of cosplays, work in progress, pics of easy cosplay shop page, and like laying on the floor and stuff like that. Yeah, the bar's not high. It doesn't need to be finished. Just like, the main thing is they just want to know that you're working on it and that you're most likely than not going to have the cosplay done by showtime. Water is good. Remember to hydrate. And then it'll ask if you have any specific requests, like if you have like a mobility aid or like you need assistance getting on and off the stage, stuff like that. Yeah. They need to basically confirm the cosplay exists. Now, normally I would save and continue, but like this is basically it when it comes to the application. Obviously, other apps are going to be more complicated than the deathmatch one. Like, for example, Masquerade they require a build book. We'll get into all that. But this is basically what most of your apps are going to look like. We're going to close this out and go back to this. So, this is our tentative schedule for this year for Anime Boston. Okay, good. I can still see chat. So these are basically the days that everything is going to happen on. I'm pretty sure all of these are locked in except for quite possibly karaoke contest. That is more likely than not going to be taking place on Saturday because historically it always has. And from what we've heard from the forums, it most likely is going to, but like, I just put a little question mark because I haven't gotten an absolutely yes karaoke contest is happening Saturday thing. So these are not in any particular order. We're not sure about times of day that things are going to be happening yet. But on Friday, you're going to be having in-character contest, which is going to be several rounds of the event. So it's probably going to be going on for a little bit. Goggle, if you can confirm that it's all going to happen in one long stretch of time, and it's not going to be separated into separate event blocks of some kind, that would be super duper. I love having you here for this. Karaoke contest usually same time as Masquerade. Yes, historically this has been the case. Karaoke contest has been same time as Masquerade. So if you are interested in the Masquerade and karaoke contest, you are most likely going to pick between the two. You can put in applications for both. I've done that several years in a row, but they do prioritize Masquerade over karaoke contest apps. So if you get into Masquerade, they're most likely going to just have you want to do Masquerade and not let you do karaoke contest. But you can always let them know in additional information in your applications. But Fridays in character, you also have... Whoa. Fixed it. There we go. In character contest, lip sync battle, Masquerade craftsmanship judging, usually on Friday. 18 plus dating game. Thank you so much for the follow, Boku. Nice to see you, by the way. And then the drag show. Unfortunately, the only event I do not have information on today is the drag show. If anyone in chat has been there and knows what it's like, please let me know. I think it's very similar to usual drag shows at other conventions. I unfortunately have never been and never been in it. So I don't have any personal information. I haven't found anyone else who has done it yet. For Saturday, we have Masquerade performance judging. Deathmatch, the Big Fat Quiz Show, which will happen later in the day, I believe, and Masquerade karaoke contest around the same time. And then very end of the day will be Shenanigans, which is another 18 plus After Dark event. And then Sunday will be the new event, Cosplay Runway. I mean, wrong. Excuse me. New event, Cosplay Talent Showcase. And the event that's been around forever, Cosplay Runway. Usually Cosplay Runway's first. I think Cosplay Talent Showcase is going to be slightly later. But also to note, anyone who has not been to AB, Sundays usually close earlier. So convention usually wraps up around 4:30. Alright, so let's get on to general rules of events. These are really nice to know before you start applying. What to expect. So, staff cannot approve cosplays and props in advance. It's very hard for them to determine that. Everything has to abide by the rules and policies. Attire and props, even if it is a mature audience's event. So you cannot sneak in to the dating game as sexy Nojutsu Naruto with like the steam bubbles over your boobies and your butt hanging out. You cannot do that. Even if it's an 18 plus event, you can't do that. If you can't walk into the Heinz legally, you cannot put that cosplay into an event. I have seen people walk around the Prue and the Heinz in Kamuis before, like fully powered up Kamuis from Kill la Kill before. I think even those are towing a line, but usually they have like I think it's as long as the whole bikini area is acceptable, then it is acceptable. But still, most events except for the 18 plus ones are PG-13, so keep that in mind. Also, do not show up in something that isn't what you presented unless you talk to coordinators prior. Yes. This is very important. Things are very streamlined with all the events, and when you give final word on what you're wearing and how you're going to be wearing it and what props you have and stuff, the coordinators are communicating that to the rest of Anime Boston staff as well as the staff that manages the green room and the stage. The Heinz is very particular about who goes on and leaves their stage for safety reasons. I have seen people turned away for certain props that they did not disclose, that they just showed up con day and were like, hey, I have this now. And it's like, okay, you didn't say that in your paperwork, so you can't have it. Stuff like that. So coordinators are super, super helpful. They're always like available, except for unless it's like the day of and they're running around like crazy. So feel free, please reach out to them, communicate with your coordinator. I'm sure that they will be more than happy to accommodate anything or any changes you have. I remember one year for Deathmatch, Majima built a whole wall, like a whole entire wall out of cardboard boxes, and he checked in with Deathmatch coordinator Daniela with that and was like, hey, just want to let you know, I'm planning on building a cardboard wall. I'm gonna need to assemble it in the green room and drag it up the stage. Is this gonna be okay? And it was fine, and it worked out because he let her know in advance. So very good point, Goggle. Thank you for bringing that up. We had someone sneak in a Kill la Kill undies only cosplay under their actual one at Pop Cult once, and they got blacklisted. Yes, do not be sneaky. Always communicate, please. Like, the hosts and the coordinators are there to help you have a good time. And they're all very friendly, and they're not scary at all. Have airsoft guns been let in before without the BBs, ones with orange tips? Okay, so this is a Boston PD issue when it comes to weapons and prop approval. This is why the staff cannot pre-approve props, is because of this reason. I have seen people, I think there was one year a Stormtrooper or a Boba Fett or something was actually detained by Boston PD with a blaster. I think it may have had the orange tip, I don't know. But general rule of thumb is, at minimum, do not walk around outside the Heinz with any weaponry out. This includes fake firearms, it includes futuristic blasters. I would say a portal gun even falls under that, which is crazy, but this is the world we live in now. Swords, also swords. No swords out and about. If you can have a bag that carries them, that would be super duper. But yes, don't be stupid with them. Don't be stupid with your weapons. Don't hit people outside or inside the con. Do not point your gun at people, even for photos, in my opinion. But just don't be dumb. But like I said, staff can't exactly approve weapons like beforehand, but you can always ask and they can try their best. There is like a whole rule on what sorts of media and source material are allowed at events that we'll get into on a separate slide. So generally on stage, no messy substances, including like seal your paint. Please seal your paint, for the love of God. Do not leave handprints everywhere. Do not leave handprints on other people. Seal your makeup. Smoke fog machines are not allowed. This includes vaping devices. I'm not sure if this applies to masquerade craftsmanship or not. I would check in with a coordinator, but I am almost 99% sure it does. I'm pretty sure that the Heinz Convention Center is like a no smoke machine of any capacity venue. No glitter, no throwing confetti. Basically, rule of thumb is if you can't quickly clean it up, it's a no-go on stage. I've seen people throw streamers that are like all attached to each other so they can just roll them up real quick and they don't like actually separate from their body, which is really nice. Those work very well. But yeah, don't come out and like throw rose petals because coordinators will hate you for that. Quick changing might be difficult depending on what area of the convention center the event that you're in is held in, because they're all held in different spaces. It might be harder, especially with locations of restrooms. For Cosplay Singer, it was held in 303. I believe it was a panel room, and restrooms were a little bit of a walk away. Not too far, but you couldn't simply just run in real quick and then run back out. Excuse me. The green room at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium, where most of the bigger events take place, usually has a bathroom there. I have heard that there have been years where the bathroom has been closed, so it's not guaranteed to be open, but it's there. And I have seen people make quick changes in the green room before. I remember one year at Deathmatch, we had a Jesse and a James that competed, and in between rounds, they were changing, and it was insane. But try not to hold that expectation for yourself unless you have experience in quick changing cosplays. So if you think that you're going to be doing some events that are going to overlap one another, and you think like, oh, I might be able to change really fast to meet them, I would say talk to your coordinator and definitely practice quick changing before the convention. Events are 18 plus to sign up for, and some events permit group members that are 13 to 17 years old by approval through contacting cosplay events. I've seen plenty of minors enter in like Deathmatch and other events and stuff with an adult's permission. So that's basically what that means. Obviously, if you're a minor, you cannot enter the 18 plus After Dark events. Don't lie about your age. They check your ID. They're really good at checking IDs, and you'll be in a heap load of trouble if you lie. And you'll look like a dork. You cannot violate rules to stay in character. This is a big deal because I see a lot of people trying to skirt around this sometimes. There's always one person every year. At least one person a year does this. Where they'll be like, oh, the event has no swearing, but my character swears like a sailor, so I'm just going to curse. You can't do that. If your character is particularly violent, you cannot make physical contact with your other participants. Yes, but it's what my character would do. Does not fly. The rules come first, and not only do the rules come first, the event comes first, which is something we will get into when we talk about dating game. Your character is a moving cog in the machine that is this show. It is a show at the end of the day for an audience and everyone to enjoy. You do not want to ruin that fun because it might be something your character will do. Majima in shambles. It's so funny. Majima has been so well behaved every year. He's been cautious. He's always like, every death match, he's like, I'm gonna let you know you can do anything. You can kill me in any way, but I just want to make sure that you're comfortable and I'm not gonna like, you know, he's usually really good about it. Please don't pull up a fake knife on me on stage, especially when, yes, yeah, that's another thing of, please coordinate and warn your coordinators. That is another thing that Majima is a very good dude about, is he always bugs the coordinators like hell over any little thing he might want to do. Like, I remember when he applied for dating game, he was like, I just want to check and see where the line is. because they said you can have, like, it's 18 plus and you can be inappropriate, but he was like, I don't want to step on any toes. I need another sip of water. I'm talking a lot. Yes, you are real humans interacting with real other humans. You are not your character, even if you actually are. Wink, nudge. You're still a human being and you need to act like a normal person. At least a little bit. Respect. There is no Kiryu in this room with me. No event reimburses your badge, so make sure that you are registered. Or make sure that you are able to get registered. Very important in regards to Saturday, because the past couple years, Anime Boston Saturday has been selling out earliest weekend of con. So please, please, please pre-purchase your badge if you are doing an event. There is no harm in doing it early. Like, do not wait until last minute and try to buy it on site, because God forbid you can't. And now it's like a last minute thing and it's a bummer. So please make sure you're registered. Like I said before, a full-length photo of you in your cosplay, as well as all their participants in their cosplay, as finished as it can be, is going to be required for applications. Like Goggles said, if you want to have a photo of you, like, with the cosplay, like, in your hands, it doesn't have to be finished, as long as you can prove that you have access to this costume, and you can wear it to your event. That is all they care about. Pre-registered to apply for events. Bleh, I'm gonna go admit a dirty secret and say that I think I have not been pre-registered for Anime Boston upon applying for most of my events for the past couple of years, but I have, in fact, pre-registered months before the convention. But as of right now, I do not have my badge. But we are very early in. I gotta grab my badge this Wednesday of cosplay crunching. Sign up on time, not last minute. Yeah, especially with the mail-in badges. Get those. If mail-in is important to you, yes, register as soon as you can. But like I said, just please do not put it off till last minute. Your badge is as important, if not more important, than your cosplay. Your cosplay must follow AB's source material requirements. That brings us to this fancy smanchy page. Cosplays must be from Japanese media, which is anime, manga, video games, live action, etc., or from media that is inspired by anime, manga, or other Japanese sources. Thank you for the follow, sipping on some Chris. That's funny. I love that name. But like I said, some events are more strict about this guideline than others. Masquerade in particular is very strict about it, obviously. For example, obviously, Dragon Ball, you're safe. Sonic the Hedgehog, you're fine. Hatsune Miku, Vocaloid, Project Sakai, perfectly fine. Any Japanese adaptations of media, you're good. Properties the creators have cited in anime Japanese media as a source of inspiration, for example, Arcane falls under this, Avatar: The Last Airbender, K-pop Demon Hunters, Genshin Impact. I have seen a couple things slip through before. I have seen Has Been Hotel both accepted and rejected from events, which is very strange. Like I said, contact your coordinator and ask. There's no harm in it. But non-contest events may also allow a small number of cosplays from non-related sources, such as Disney, Marvel DC, My Little Pony, Has Been Hotel, Critical Role, etc. You are most likely not going to be able to get into Masquerade with Has Been Hotel. Sorry. You may be able to get in with the Japanese official designs of the My Little Pony Gajinkas, if that is how you pronounce them now. Oh, I do know you. It just took me a second. I'm an earhead. But, the main thing you do not want to try and get into an event is real people, which includes VTubers, which I know is like a kind of product of contention here for the past couple of years. A lot of people are like, well, why not VTubers? I think it's a legal thing. Coordinators are allowed one non-anime influenced character per event. Example, King K. Rool in chess 1 year. Oh, you're allowed one. Oh, that's so crazy. Wait. Okay, be real with me, Goggle Candy. Does Luigi fall under this? Or is Luigi safe? Because that's... like, Sonic is safe. Mario and Luigi? Ah, that's crazy. Oh, non-anime influenced. Luigi is Mario, which is safe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, we've seen a couple Bowsettes and all that. But yeah, generally just do not try to apply VTubers to events because you will not get in. Don't try to be like real life people. Stuff like that. King K. Rool is a rare character, not Nintendo. Oh. Duh. Silly me. I don't know my history. I'm sorry. But now we can get into specific events. So we're going to start off with Lip Sync Battle, an event that I myself have not participated in yet. Yes, no OCs. Masquerade requirements get iffy with all this, which we will get into later. Lip Sync Battle. You can perform as a soloist or in a duo. You need to supply 4 songs that are to be performed, 1 for each round. Music cuts will be in between 1 minute to 90 seconds long, and they must be radio clean. You cannot have explicit music going on. Like, no, like, you know. Make sure to include a backup song in case someone else submits identical or the same songs, which happens more often than you think, I guess. We have a lot of friends that did Lip Sync Battle. So some tips for lip sync. Try to tailor your song choices more thematically close to the character you've chosen. So like fire characters are easier in that sense because you could do like fiery, heat themed songs. Try to choose songs that are recognizable and in English. So I would not recommend applying as Haruhi Suzuyama and doing Hari Hari Yukai because it, as cool as it is, and as much as a lot of people would probably like to see that, it usually does not get it in. A really, really good example of one that I saw one year was someone was Maze Hughes from Full Metal Alchemist, and without saying any spoilers, they did Telephone, and it was crazy. It was ridiculous. It was a really good choice. Lip sync, in my opinion, is the most difficult game. You need to practice 4 dances, edit your music, and plan out your set. No, it is insane. Like, they go hard. I sat in for lip sync at Pop Cult, and all the lip sync people are crazy, but they're all super, super nice and love making friends, and they're all such a tight-knit community, and they will just welcome you in. It's a lot like chess in community sense. Yeah, it's hard getting that cut in and stuff, and I remember we applied for lip sync one year and didn't get in either, but Majima was like really throwing like some crazy song choices in there though, so he says he wants to try again, but we'll see. Especially if lip sync's on Friday. Oh man, he might actually be able to do it this year. We'll see. Try to apply with songs that you're passionate about because you don't want to like rehearse songs that you hate. And we can tell when you're passionate or like inspired by a song specifically. It helps you perform better is what I'm trying to say. Props are allowed, obviously to a certain point. Don't go insane and like bring like a gigantic, huge, intrusive thing that will not let you dance. But I've seen people do fans, I've seen people do staffs, swords, etc. Make sure you're following all the rules. For choreographing, look up inspiration. I've had people recommend Just Dance as inspiration for either things to do or things not to do. Ruler of Everything could totally work if you're willing to cut it down to that amount of time, which honestly is a godsend for you because you do not want to be doing a set of 4 songs, all of them 4 minutes long, unless you're used to that. Please take it from me. But definitely don't just go out and copy existing choreographed stuff because it's kind of boring and you can't add your own flair. You're really keeping yourself confined to like a box in that. You want to like have a good time. It's not a dance competition, it's a charisma competition. Another drink. Make sure to hydrate. How are we looking on ads real quick? I forgot I have ads then. Oh yeah, we got an hour left. We're good. Anyways. Rehearse. Very important you practice everything ever. This would go for most events, but especially for lip sync battle, you want to be rehearsing this stuff. Not only do you want to be rehearsing this stuff, but you want to make sure that you do at least a couple run-throughs in most or the important portions of what your cosplay are. There, I took another sip. But if you're going to be wearing huge heels, please rehearse in those, because your movement is going to be very different in heels than it is in your regular sneakers or whatever shoes you're practicing in normally. Same with certain cosplays. You will be surprised at how limited in mobility most cosplays are, especially if you're buying from online and sizing isn't the best and tailored is not tailored to fit. So please at least do one run through in your cosplay before the convention. And I'm saying like before the convention, not like in your hotel room the day before. I've been there. You can do that, and actually that's usually how I would do most of my rehearsals for my events, would be the night before in the hotel room in most, if not all, of the cosplay, just to double check everything. But I'm usually rehearsing a couple times like that before convention weekend at home. Next one. Contest is held in a bracket style format. Participants will perform 2 groups at a time, and the audience decides which group will advance to the next round. And it's usually held in one of the larger panel rooms. I fell as Sailor Pluto. Yeah, the first year Majima did deathmatch, we decided heels because we're like, oh, Majima's tall, and, you know, 5'1" isn't tall to, you know, societal standards. You know, go off short kings, but that didn't work out because we also did not practice anything in those heels, so it was awkward. So we feel you there. That and walking around in those after not walking in heels for a very, 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 very long time was dangerous. Practice walking in your heels, please. I'm begging you. But it is bracket style, so it's like each group comes up. Well, first you have your first group come up, perform, and then you have your second group come up, perform, and then the host brings them both on, and the audience chooses by cheers which one moves on. Deathmatch functions the same way, basically. Except lip sync battle, you don't kill each other at the end, unless you're at Pop Cult for some reason, which was really, really fun to watch. I'm on 8. Okay. And here we go with this event. In character contest, this year will be its 2nd year running. Last year was its 1st, and it was phenomenal. This was an event that Majima got to participate in. Both Majima and Kiryu got to participate in this event. And it was really fun. And we were not expecting the results, which Kiryu ended up taking it home, which was really funny. Real quick, I'm just gonna tell you a really funny story. So Majima entered him and Kiryu into a few things and then saw this event and was like, oh, Goggle's handling this. This looks like fun and is in character. I'm basically cheating. So he enters, not only does he enter himself, but he enters Kiryu too, because he's like, I don't know if it's a solo or a duo. So I'm gonna enter both of us for, you know, giggles. And then they find out they get in. The thing is that Majima did not inform Kiryu that he had entered him into this event until they got in. So he's like, hey, buddy, you ever do improv on a stage in front of many people before? And they got hit with a nani, and yeah, they got in. And it was a whim, complete whim. And last year it was a 2-day event, so round 1 was actually Friday, and then rounds 2 and 3 were Saturday. And they both made the finals, like the finals, and Kiryu ended up winning the entire contest, which was insane. And it was so funny because we remember every time Kiryu would come back from doing something on stage, like completing a round, he would be like, I'm not getting it. I'm not getting this. Like, I'm done. It's over. I lost. Or I did something, like, I don't think I did that great. And then they would announce that he would move on to the next round, and he would just be dumbfounded. It was so fun. It was such a fun time. I can't wait to see this again this year. But enough yapping. I'm sorry, I'm yapping. This is a solo-only event. You can only enter one person at a time. It is everyone for themselves. It is PG-13 or TV-14 rating. Swearing is immediate disqualification, and this was a hard part for everyone last year, was praying none of us swear on accident. FYI, round 1 is still slated to be an audience vote, but it's a 1-day event now. Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. I thought it was still... I was reading off of the information page last night because I definitely did not do all of these slides last night. Yeah, Kiryu is such a sweetheart. It was his first convention and like basically his first ever cosplay event and first time cosplaying. It was insane. It was ridiculous. If you guys heard that, I'm sorry if you heard that gulp. That was gross. But it's a 3-round competition. It's all improv, all in character. It's very, very fun. Round 1 is about 30 to 60 seconds. You're delivering a monologue in character, basically introducing yourself, or basically anything. Goggle is very, very, like, open about what you can do. He's just like, yeah, just monologue. Round 3 was insane. Taking another sip. So basically, round 1 is a monologue. Does not matter what it is. Be in character, be appealing to the audience, because this is audience vote. And once everyone's done, audience votes for their favorite performance. Usually they vote for like their favorite character and then a second favorite, and the ones who get the most votes will advance to round 2. Usually 10. Yes, round 1 is you're selling yourself to the audience. Cold open. You want to make them like you. You want to make them want to see you do more, which is very important. Round 2 is an interview segment. You will be sat down on that stage in front of Goggle, who will be Pegasus, most likely. And he will be interviewing you. He will ask about 2 to 3 interview questions that are picked ahead of time, so you don't exactly know what they are, unless he gives a hint beforehand, but usually you are still kind of blindsided by them. Yes, you! Yeah. And then this one is chosen by judges. This is a judges-based voting. Last year, there were some pretty hefty people. I don't think they're gonna tell us who the judges are until probably before round 2, like they did last year. Don't be nervous. They're very excited to be there. It's basically a fun time for them. It's a fun show that they get to interact with. It's great. Don't be nervous. 5 people will proceed onward, and they're based on a criteria which we will get into later. And then the final round, round 3, Pegasus will provide a skit prompt that each contestant acts out alongside a VIP who is considered maybe a co-host. I don't know. I think it's just someone really important. Last year it was Knuckles. This year it's up in the air. I have no idea who it could be at all. It's definitely no one that is currently making a very delicious smelling dinner. Yummy. Judges once again score based on the criteria. They pick the one singular winner, and it is a very fun time. It's an insanely fun time. I'm hoping they do it at the Veterans Memorial Auditorium again this year because it was really fun. Here is your scoring criteria for this event. Very nice to have some transparency about this. It's very cool. This is for rounds 2 and 3 as it's judge's choice. Part of its consistency, how well the performer persistently portrays, wow, a set of defining traits for a character and how well the performer gives the audience a sense of who they are. Act as if a lot of people do not know your source material. It's okay to have like cute little Easter eggs here and there, like referencing some stuff that other people might not get unless they're a watcher of whatever you're doing, but try to sell the audience on it. Almost like you're selling them on your source. 25% stage presence, how well the performer moves around the stage, how clear the performer's gestures and mannerisms are, how strong their expressions are. Oh, you did not fumble horribly. You did so good. You were very fun. Everyone did an amazing job last year. I remember there was a Serpentious that was like insane. But yes, be very clear. I mean, it depends on your character. Some characters are very stoic and quiet, and you know, you work with that the best you can. Which also made it especially funny that Kiryu got as far as he did, because Kiryu Kazuma is considered like the stoic protagonist that is just kind of almost like an observer, like things just happen to him and he just goes along with it. So you can do it, believe me. May have been no, I think it was a different one. I think there was a different Serpentious. I did hear there wasn't one at Dating Game though. 25% improvisation. Yeah, read that. How well the performer works with the host and other contestants to move dramatic or comedic moments forward, and how quickly the performer responds to changes. You don't want to lock up. It's hard, I know. You get nervous. But you don't want to lock up. You don't want to fumble. Best you can. Roll with the punches. You're just having a good time. You're the character. That's who you are. You're not going to have an exact script set out for you for everything ever that your character is going to react to. You have to make it up. Imagination is wonderful. 25% entertainment. How entertained and engaged the performer made the audience feel. This includes the judges, obviously, but a lot of it is audience. Not to toot our own horn, Majma did a very good job with the audience last year. Which is something he really likes doing. He really likes, like, making the audience, like, love him and love what's happening and be, like, amused. But it's really rewarding when you do get that. Oh, that is all we have for main character. I think I had another tidbit about this. Oh, I wanted to reiterate once again, the event comes first before the character thing, which is going to apply to a lot of these events. I know it sounds silly because, like, this is a contest of, like, it's important to be in character, but it's like it's important to a limit. Like, a character who's a jerk can be a jerk in a tasteful way, if that makes sense. Like, you don't want to be insanely antagonistic to the point where it's no longer fun and just kind of hard to watch when you're engaging with other people on stage. That's the main priority. Is you don't need to be, like, likable, but, like, don't be, like, embarrassingly obnoxious or hard to watch. Cosplay runway. We've never done. We've had friends that do it. Apparently it's one of the most simple events here. You can buy your cosplay. You can make it by scratch. As long as they meet the guidelines of the event, you're golden. Sign-ups are online and they might be on site. I heard that they usually are. It's insanely simple. You walk up, you strike a couple poses, and you walk off. And usually the host will have, like, a small blurb written by you about your character or cosplay they'll use to introduce you and stuff. It's basically baby masquerade. If you just want to show off your stuff, perfect event for this. It's very chill. Yes, I heard it is a lot of fun. Karaoke contest. I did this back in 2022. It was technically my very first event, and it was very fun. It was loads of fun. This was back when it was actually still in the small karaoke room, which apparently it's not nowadays. It's in the bigger panel room now. You are not required to cosplay. It does require an audition video applying. Bleh. I need more water. Hold on. This talking stuff really takes it out of you. But participants are selected, and it's not first come, first serve anymore. Back in the day, it used to be first come, first serve. They would open up that forum post, and people would flood in instantly. I remember people used to put their applications into Notepad and have them in advance so they could just copy and paste them so they would get in. It is no longer like that. They choose. So you have plenty of time until applications close to get into that. You're not allowed lyrics on stage. Yeah, we've all done it. It's okay, Boku. Anything can be sung except for the following, which is you cannot sing any mainstream Western music unless they were songs made specifically for an anime or game, like Abyss by Youngblood. That was made for Kaiju number 8. I am unsure if the opening for Cyberpunk meets this criteria. Once again, ask coordinators. Disney music, no go. R-rated lyrics regardless of language, no go. It has to be PG-13. This is an all ages event. It's not an After Dark event. The winner will sing their song in closing ceremonies of the convention, which is, like, huge and massive and awesome and mega cool. No JoJo closings. Oh, made for the shows. You're right. Okay. That does make sense, though. That does make sense. I'm thinking. When I snap, my VTuber's mouth opens. Look at this cool noise I can make with my mouth. I have seen some exceptions to these rules in regular karaoke. I'm not sure if during the competition I have seen them, which I have not. Like I said, check with your coordinator. If you are unsure about anything ever, check with your coordinator. They are more than happy to answer your questions, even if you think they are dumb. Because no question is dumb, except for a couple of them. Big Fat Quiz Show. I have never been to this event. I am so sorry. It is an After Dark event. 3 teams of cosplayers will compete against each other to answer trivia questions covering anime topics, and they have to stay in character the entire time. It always sounded like a fun time. I unfortunately have never been to it. But it seems like another very relaxed, like, After Dark type of deal. Shenanigans! Once again, I am so sorry. I am a fake fan. I have never been to Shenanigans. I have heard things about Shenanigans. It's fun, from what I've heard. It's raunchy, 18+ improv games. So, like, scenes from a hat, they might have you dub over hentai. A million things could happen. It's kind of a free-for-all. They choose participants from the audience. There are no online signups for this. So it is like a really fun, like, end of Saturday, I believe, ordeal. Late at night. Super fun, actually pretty tricky if you don't know what you're getting into. Shenanigans? Yeah, I think I've asked everyone, but, like, no one really has an exact definition for what happens in Shenanigans, other than this. Yeah, you have to be kind of good at improv, but it is good practice for improv, which is always good. 18+ dating game. This is a big one. Dating game style contest, self-explanatory. A bachelor or bachelorette asks a number of possible suitors some questions, and at the end of the game, chooses a winner to go on a date with. Yes, don't ask, don't tell, 18+. That's why no one ever talks to me about it. Obviously, this event is 18+, and it can get dirty, but it has to be tasteful. You cannot be, like, insanely grossly explicit from what I know, but you can, like, you know, you can get away with some stuff. No stripping, as far as I know. All characters must abide by the guidelines, as well as be of age to participate. No school uniforms are allowed this year. No lollies. Do not enter a lolly into the explicit dating game. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom my... Hold on. I need to find her first. There we go. I'm going to... Do not enter the child character into the 18+ dating game. You won't get it! And yes, your 1 billion-year-old dragon character counts if she has the form of a kindergartner. Yeah, you would think. But then it does get ambiguous with characters like Sailor Moon, and I've heard Jotaro Kujo, but I'm not sure. Because it's like, you know, it's ambiguous at that point. It's just a game, not an actual dating game. Yes, we have had people expect to enter this and get an actual date with someone every year. You are not actually getting a real date through this game. It is all for fun. It's just, it's improv. It's fun. It's not real. So please do not go in expecting anything. It is just a game. Thank you. Very, very important point that I did in fact miss when I was making this. That is very important. Yeah, you're not obligated to go on a date with anyone ever, even if they like are like, well, you have to date me. No, you don't have to do that. But yes, just if you're curious about your character, once again, talk to your coordinator. And also, if you do have a partner currently, that's a you thing. I would maybe talk to them about that before entering. I don't know. Because everyone has different ideas about it. But as for some tips, real. Kiryu is sitting in the audience watching Majima make a complete fool of himself. I'm so glad that he wasn't able to do it that one year. He had some real awful stuff planned. He was okay. He bought a can of whipped cream for the hotel room, and before he like got completely burnt out from doing like 3 events in one day. He was planning on going to dating game with the can of whipped cream, spraying it into his mouth and going like, you know why they call me the mad dog? And like start shaking his head around like he had rabies. It was bad. It was bad. I'm glad he didn't get to do that. Anyways, for some tips. Memorize the basic points of your character. Practice basic answers and phrases to questions. Remember specific character details that pertain to your character that you can use. So without getting explicit, if your character has like a fire theme, the jokes write themselves. Your character can control plants. Vines are a thing. Water. You know, think about it. Low-hanging fruit. Come on, guys. Don't make me spell it out. Like I said, game show gets explicit, but tastefully. Don't be insanely gross. Do not give people secondhand embarrassment. Make them laugh. Do not enter a character you cannot work with. This is insanely important, and every year, apparently, we have someone like this. No characters that refuse to date anyone other than one specific person that may or may not be there, and no characters that will not participate in the game outright. Let's hypothetically say that you decide to enter the dating game as Alistair. Do not refuse to play the game because Alistair is aromantic and ace. Just roll with it. Roll with it somehow. Like I said, do not prioritize characterization over the fun of the game or the event. Don't ruin it. Please. Oh boy. Rubbing my hands together. Rub my hands together. Deathmatch. So, Cosplay Deathmatch is one of the flagship events of the convention. It is very, very, very fun, and it's always packed. There is always a lot of people in this audience, and it is loud and very fun. You can apply as a soloist or in groups of 2 or 4. 2 to 4, excuse me. It's held bracket style. 2 groups go up to face off against each other, do some cool poses, taunting each other, and then the audience decides by cheers which group defeats the other and moves on to the next round. Pretty self-explanatory. Groups rehearse their fights backstage beforehand to get an idea for what to do on stage, usually agree on what to do in the event on either side of winning-losing. Basically, I'm going to walk you through how it's been all the years that we've done it. We've done it 2022, 2023, 2024, and 2025. You are lined up in the green room, and you are told in advance who you are going to be facing off against. You meet up with that person and usually have a few minutes to discuss with them ideas and even rehearse or act out specifically what you're going for. So let's say hypothetically, it's Majima is up against like someone, Bowsette from Mario. And maybe Bowsette has come to the event with a fireball prop. Cool, awesome. Majima's come to the event with a knife prop. With permission. Not by surprise. Everyone knows he has the knife. Everyone knows the knife is not real. They may coordinate a situation where, in the instance that Bowsette wins, Bowsette throws the fireball at Majima's head, knocks him on the head with it, and Majima dramatically falls to the ground dead. In the event that Majima wins, Majima might run up to Bowsette and stab her 37 times in the chest. You know, acting, no physical contact is allowed at this event. And Bowsette kind of takes a knee because she might not want to mess up her cosplay or something, which is perfectly fine, by the way. And that's how you coordinate. Both of them go out. Another Majima Tuesday for real. Both of them go out, audience votes, either result happens, and they go the best they can with what they planned. A lot of the time, in our experience, either because adrenaline's flowing and you forget, or it's just there's a lot happening, sometimes you'll forget what you guys rehearsed or agreed on backstage. That's why it's always nice to have something simple to fall back on. So just like a very easy punch to the face. Dead. Easy. Very easy. Yes, at minimum, figure out how you'll die because odds are you're going to die. You're probably going to die in the first round, which is not a bad thing. Which leads directly into this. I'm going to skip real quick and go because we're right here. If you can't wow the crowd with a victory, impress them with a dramatic death if you can. Because at the end of the day, it's a show. It is a contest, but it's a show as well. Majima has never made it past, I believe, the second round. Ever. But he has always gone hard with dying. because he sees it as like, well, gotta show him what's good. And it is very fun to die. Yes, that is another thing. Be aware of how you fall. Be aware of what you're wearing. Let's just go back up to point 1. Make sure your cosplay is something you can move in for 1. Like, make sure nothing's gonna rip. Don't go crazy. Don't accidentally break something, moving too hard. Plan on how you'll die, whether it be taking a knee, falling over dramatically, etc. If you're wearing a skirt, fall facing away from the audience. So you want to make sure that you're falling facing the screen and the back of the stage, so you do not upskirt the audience. It kind of feels like every year it still happens anyways, which mistakes happen. It is what it is, but try to, yeah. If you're wearing something that you're particularly worried about breaking or you can't move around in very well, taking a knee is perfectly fine to symbolize that you've died. It's no big deal. Your safety and your costume's safety comes first. Learn how to fall, please. Please learn how to fall. The first death match that Majima did, there was a Guts from Berserk, and he died before he did. And this man was 6'20" and was like a titan. And when this man died, he threw himself down as hard as he could onto the stage, and there was a deafening rumble and a boom when he did that. And Majima went, wow, that's really cool. I have to make sure that I do that when I die. The only problem is that when he died and threw himself across the stage and flopped down as hard as he could, cracked his head on the bottom of the stage. So learn how to fall so you don't hit your head. Just be safe. Be normal. Be normal about it. But you will provide an intro for your group for the host to read before you're introduced to your first fight. If you are stuck, you can always ask other people in the deathmatch community to help you, because more than likely they'll be in the Discord server again. They'll have you guys all in groups and everyone coordinates and stuff, and you can always ask for help. If you're stumped, write it like a wrestling intro. That has been our fallback for many years. When Majima gets stumped and is like, what the heck do I do? Write a wrestling intro. Speaking of, hold on one second. We actually have our deathmatch intro written here already. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Jajan! Okay. So, this is a very good example of Majima was stumped and needed something and decided to just go straight up, just like a cheesy, half untrue wrestling intro. They say the mythical dragon brings the rain, but this dragon is here to bring the pain. Hailing from Kamurocho, Japan, here's the one, the only, Dragon of Dojima, hairbringer of terror and destruction, Kazuma Kiryu, and also this other guy that followed him in. Very good intro. I know, I'm biased, but something like this is perfect. 50 words or less is a lot less than you think it is. You don't want to be too long-winded. But the hosts are also usually very good at reading these out. We're uncertain if we're really going to be able to do some of these events this year, as in, like, well, there's a million things that go into it. You never know for sure if you're gonna get in. You never know for sure unless it's, like, guaranteed about scheduling and stuff. We're working on it. We're guaranteed going to, at minimum, be at in-character contest. For obvious reasons. That Goggle may be the only one to know. Yeah. Push comes to shove, ask for help. Tiebreakers will be used in the event of ties. This is something I forgot to put in here until the very end here when I remembered, oh god, tiebreakers are a thing. Usually tiebreakers are either a dance-off or rock, paper, scissors, or a pose-off, or something like that. You will not know the music you're dancing to beforehand for the dance-off. It will be random, it probably won't be what you expect, and it will be a little difficult. Practice a few cool flashy moves or something funny that you could wow the audience with, because once again, it's going to be audience vote even after you're done dancing or rock, paper, scissoring or doing poses. It's good to practice those. In the time in between audience voting and your introduction, you have like maybe half a minute. where you will walk on stage, do a couple cool poses, and then go to your spot. Use this time. Use this time. This is your time to sell the audience on you being so cool that you should make it to the end. Use it. Show off. Do a couple cool dramatic weapon swings. Flex. I don't know. Do whatever. It depends on your character. It's very fun though. Next up, we got this new thing. Cosplay talent show. This is the new event. This is the first year they're doing this. So as a result, I do not know anything except for what they've told us, which is a lot, but also not much at all. It is a brand new event, and performances can include, but are not limited to, idol performances. Cosplay or independent Kaigai idols are allowed. Dance or lip sync covers, live singing, stage combat or flow presentations, other forms of talent like sleight of hand, traditional magic, musical stuff, live comedy, monologues, scene reenactments, stuff like that. As long as it fits into like the anime Boston theme. Oh, that food smells good. You're good. All performances must follow guidelines. It must be PG-13, nothing explicit. No swears. Don't say swears. Maximum group size is 7 people. I know that this was something that was kind of frowned at quite a bit by some people, including myself. After getting the explanation for it, I understand they can only accommodate a certain amount of people in the green room, and this is just how it is this year, and it might change next year. So I'm sorry, a lot of Love Live groups, you're probably gonna have to sit this one out. Performances must be 60 seconds minimum and 2 minutes and 30 seconds maximum. That is your allotted time that you are allowed. You cannot go below or above that. There are no handless mics, by the way. Like hands-free microphones. They do not supply those. All applications will require an audition video. You do not need to be in full costume for this video, but you must submit photos as you must with every other event. There is a 16... Oh my god, how do you say that? 16 by 9? That doesn't make sense. That resolution video screen above the stage, and you can use it if you want to, but you don't have to. It's not a competition, so you do not have to use it, and it's not like you're gonna get points off for it. This is an exhibition. It's a showcase, so you're not competing. Pre-recorded audio is expected to be clean and balanced. Do not have it sound like Dookie. They will not accept it if it does. You will know if it sounds bad. Once again, it's an exhibition. There's no prize. You just go up there and do your thing. Masquerade. Okay. Before I get into Masquerade, I know I have a lot of my idol folks in here. Hi. Hello. I know for right now we're going to be ignoring the elephant in the room. As for alternatives, if you have a group of 7 or less, and you do not mind the 2 minute and 30 second time constraint, go for the talent show. Go for it. If you are willing to put in the extra work and meet the regulations of the Masquerade, you can definitely try to apply for Masquerade. It's definitely probably going to be hard for you to get. Oh my god. It's probably going to be hard for you to get in. I'm very biased. I have been a cosplay idol performer since 2022, and I have been in the Anime Boston Masquerade in 2023 and 2024 both. Performing solo as Sakura Minamoto from Zombieland Saga, but I had original choreography, quote unquote, and I was a live vocalist, and I had a very in-depth video behind me, and I had a lot of effort put into it, and I was very lucky to be given the opportunities I was given. I was also allowed in Masquerade in 2025 on the waitlist, which I declined. So idols can get into Masquerade, it's a lot harder, and you need to put a lot more work in. And it's a competition space, so it's like, if you're about that, great. I never went in going to win. I always went in looking to perform. So, for now, those are your options until I hear otherwise, which I may be hearing otherwise, but not from Anime Boston, unfortunately. On to Masquerade. Masquerade is huge, huge. You can tell how huge it is because look at how much stuff we got going on here. That's a lot. It is considered the flagship event of the convention. It is held on Saturday night in the big venue. Food. In the big venue. Let's see what we're looking at for time here real quick. Ad starts in 10 minutes. Shoot! But Masquerade is the flagship event of Anime Boston. You have an exhibition showcase. You usually have awards. You have craftsmanship. You have skits and performances and musical guests possibly and a bunch of other stuff. And it's wicked cool and everyone goes to it. And the place is usually packed. Big deal. Participating in it is insanely fun. Either craftsmanship or performance, and it's so funny because I always hear from each side that like the performance people have no idea how the craftsmanship people do it, and the craftsmanship people have no idea how the performance people do it, and it's fun. Remember, everyone back there is nervous and doing their best and friendly, and you're gonna be fine. Another thing to remember is also the judges and the staff and the coordinators are all usually cosplayers or people that have been in your shoes more than once, so they get it. Everyone is there to put on a good show and have a good time, so it's nothing to be nervous about. So I am going to do the introduction because I want to give Masquerade its due. It's a very important event. I want to make sure I get this right and go in depth, so I'm going to give you the intro. We're going to go on a short break while I get some more water and take a couple bites of my dinner, and then we will get into the nitty-gritty of Masquerade. So, Masquerade, held in the Veterans Memorial Auditorium at the Heinz Convention Center, is considered the main event of the entire con, held on Saturday night. It is huge. You have all the floor space, and then you have all the balcony space. Don't let that scare you, though. It's very fun. There are cash prizes. Exact amounts are found on the Masquerade page. They are big. Oh, they are big. But also competition is big. Like, wild. I've seen some stuff. I remember one year before I went out, I saw a Rosen Maiden group doing backflips in full Elida. It's nuts. The talent is insane. Judges are all experienced cosplayers, either craftsmanship or performance, or sometimes both. All cosplays must strictly adhere to source guidelines. They do allow alternative or fan versions of existing designs or characters, and they're approved on a base by base. Like, I remember one year there was a Mecha Miku that won an award. I've seen a couple humanized versions of animal anime characters before. I've seen dramatic design changes for pre-existing characters. Like I said, speak to your coordinator! Judges are fellow cosplayers and performers too, and have been in your shoes before. They are excited to be there and see your work and see a fantastic show. There is nothing to be nervous about. They're not like judging you in a negative way. They're just excited to see everything happening. It's like the picture of the guy with the cakes. And he's like, oh, my cake's not as good as the other guys. And then the judge is like, holy moly, there's 2 cakes here. Like, that's what it's like. There may not be much time to mingle backstage, but everyone is usually very friendly and you can make friends very easily. Usually a lot of people make friends and end up recording each other's performances from the back and stuff like that. I know there's been quite a few times where I've run out to the auditorium. I'm not sure if I was actually allowed to do this, and recorded sets of other people's stuff for them. There may be snacks backstage that other people brought in. It doesn't hurt to ask. But there should definitely be water. Please utilize the water. All right, this is going to be getting into specifics on performance and craftsmanship, which are your 2 divisions for Masquerade that you can participate in. They're both competitive. They both have many divisions, novice, intermediate, and masters, and it depends on skill level. Let's see where we're at right now. Okay. I did also get a lot of help from former judges at many masquerades, including Anime Boston ones, and veteran cosplayers and performers and stuff, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. If any of you are in here tonight, thank you so much for, like, entertaining me when I was like, please help me and tell me about things, because I'm lost and I want to make sure I'm saying the right things.
Very hot.
But yes, before I get into the nitty-gritty, we're going to go on a break. I implore all of you, if not strictly wag my finger at you, to go get water if you have no water. Go get a snack. Take this time to go to the bathroom and hang out for a second and chill. I'm going to run a quick 3-minute ad. I'm going to go refill my water. I'm going to take a few munches of some dinner. I'm thinking about a 5-minute break. And then we will get into the nitty-gritty of Masquerade. Only because you asked nicely. Pretty please. Okay. Once again, it's so wonderful to have you all here tonight. And we will... Where is it? Where's the thing? We will be right back! Is it, like, unconventional to just teleport back in like that? Like Dragon Ball Z. You get rid of this. Be gone! Thank you. Alright. Welcome back, guys. Just had a little dinner. Very, very nice dinner. Okay. Let me take a sip of my water. H2O. H2O. Okay. Onwards to Masquerade performance specifics. Sorry, my dinner was spicy. Good, good, good. Everyone hydrate. I did not hydrate for a very long time, and I found out that literally the reason you feel so bad all the time is usually because you're not drinking enough water. Which is very frustrating to figure out, but... Okay. Direct copies of existing dances, videos, and skits aren't allowed. They will not allow that at all. If you are doing a carbon copy of something else, nuh-uh. That's why most idol performances are not viable at the Masquerade, because you cannot just go up, do choreography, and leave. At least that's not what you're supposed to be able to do. I'm not gonna lie, I think I've seen that most years still. I've seen that there have been performances that were just like backing music, backing vocals from the original source, original choreography, idol. So, not really sure how strict enforcement is on that. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Presentation intro of 100 words or less will be read beforehand by the MC prior to your performance. The MC cannot be involved, so they can't like help you out with your skit or your performance at all. They could just read your intro and walk off and let you go on. Skit time limits are defined by the division. So if you want more time, you gotta go up a division. I'm a silly goof and I love my time. So I think it was both years I did masters. I can't remember if I did intermediate. No, I did intermediate this previous year when I was waitlisted and did not perform. But both of the years I did do masters exclusively for the time limit. I'm sorry. I'm that guy. I would not expect to win though. Don't go in there thinking you're gonna win. But also bring your A game though. Don't give them something mediocre for a master's performance, please. But novice is 1 minute 30 seconds, intermediate is 2 minutes 30 seconds, and masters is 3 minutes 30 seconds. Time both goes by really, really, really fast on stage, but also you don't realize how much time you got. And sometimes it's hard to perform for 4 minutes straight almost. Just keep that in mind. You want to abide by all the performance guidelines. Once again, nothing messy, no fog, don't be throwing rose petals, stuff like that. They will not be happy about it. Don't throw anything off the stage or jump. Bad news. The stage is a lot higher than you think it is, and it's a lot more dangerous if you do not stick to the guidelines on it. So don't... You can't be hanging your legs off the stage. You can't even get to the edge. They won't let you. So don't throw things in the audience or have anyone throw anything to you, or that's not going to work. And once again, every performance must be PG-13. It is an all ages event. Nothing crazy. There is a that resolution video screen above the stage. Using the screen is very recommended because it is a judged competition. You will get brownie points if your media is cool. Another note, please caption your media. Please caption it in a way that the audience can read them. So like, try not to put them mega on the bottom because your head might be in the way. But like, you can put them close. But like, please put readable captions on your media. That is a huge plus. Audio is expected to be clean, clear, and well balanced as per usual. This is the flagship event. You do not want to mess around. You can use a live microphone upon request. One thing to note is, I feel bad, but like, be annoying about it. Be annoying about any accommodations you may need, like a live microphone or maybe a chair or anything that you need on that stage with you. Make sure that they have it written down and it's noted. Like, put it in your application, make sure it's in your emails, and check with Masquerade Coordinator at your rehearsal and make sure that it's written that you need that thing. Because sometimes things get lost in communication. It's not their fault, but sometimes it happens. It's happened to me at least twice. Not at Anime Boston exclusively, but it's happened before at other masquerades. You're allowed one simple lighting effect during your set. At the beginning, it's blue out. They do not do blackouts for safety reasons. And at the end, they fade to blue again. But you can do one cool, simple lighting effect during your set. They have a bunch of colors. They can do a bunch of things. You can do party lights. It's kind of cool. Utilize that event effect if you can. You are required to attend rehearsal. As far as I know, the written regulations on the website are a little strange and imply that they might not be able to have everyone rehearse, which I think is silly. I think everyone will be able to rehearse, and it's been like that for years, and you've always had to go to rehearsals. So just assume that you have to go to rehearsal for safety's sake. These rehearsal spots should be secured around Saturday morning of the show, according to the website. I have heard of people getting rehearsal time on Friday. I'm not sure if they're keeping that exclusive to craftsmanship only now or not. But expect your rehearsal to be mandatory on Saturday morning or Saturday day before all the big events start in the main room. Applications that are more likely to be chosen are ones with clear concepts, strong original themes or storytelling, and media files with clean audio and video work. Another good motivator to make sure your audio is clean and your video is concise. If you do not have a finished product by the time your app is in, that's fine. Show them the best that you have. You want to show them that you're not only working on something, but whatever you're working on is really good. Make it be like something very appealing that they'll want in their show. Which is the main reason I worked so hard on video files for all of my Masquerade performances, because I knew I was already kind of doing an uphill battle by being like, oh, how original. It's an idol going up and singing a song from an anime and cosplaying that character. They do that all the time. That's why I made my video files so appealing specifically. Your media does not need to be finished exactly by the time apps are closed. I believe there are other due dates for that, but I'm not gonna lie to you, the due dates this year for the events are like, you have less time than you used to, it feels like, almost. So like, you want to make sure you get all this done fast, and do not do it last minute, please. Speaking from absolute experience, do not do this insanely last minute, because it's mega stressful. And it never comes out good. Don't do it. For those wishing to perform traditional song or dance covers, Anime Boston does offer other events for song, which is karaoke contest, and for dance, they offer lip sync battle. K-pop dance contest is currently MIA. I'm not sure if they're doing it this year. I've heard a mixed bag. I've heard from some staff that they are doing it. I've heard from some staff that if it's not on the list, they're not doing it this year. I don't know, it's weird. It's also weird that, like, if they were doing it, I feel like applications for that would be up. Actually, let me verify that instead of being, like, rude about it. Hold on. K-pop skit contest. K-pop skit contest. Hold on. I am checking right now. Okay, so for right now, I am seeing Killing Point K-pop skit contest. We have panels, workshops, games, and events, including a new type of contest for all K-pop fandoms to enjoy together. Killing Point will present performances ranging from K-pop and anime crossovers, reenactments of favorite K-pop moments, and even original skits representing the life of K-pop fandom. It is a contest with grand prizes. And it does not look like applications are open yet. So it's possible they might be doing a K-pop thing this year. Maybe. I'm not sure, but it's not there right now, so it's up in the air. Any performance that has a request for a live microphone will need to supply a video recording of their intended performance. Basically a demo. You do not need to be in cosplay for this. I've recorded so many of these in my pajamas in the rec room downstairs. It does not need to be pretty. Just, like, do your performance. Do your run-through. Show them that it's real and that it's going to be really cool. That's the whole point. Oh, another thing. Like I said, karaoke runs in tandem with Masquerade. So if you want to do both, you're going to have to pick one or the other, including being an audience member. They said something about cosplay talent showcase kind of overlapping in regards to like scheduling. I don't know. They were vague about it. They said that you can't participate in both with the same thing, but you might be able to participate in either one with different. I would contact coordinators. Like I said, that event is up in the air right now. It's weird. It's a new one. It happens. It happens to the best of us. When you are rehearsing, rehearse in part of your cosplay at least. Shoes or parts of clothes so you can get a feel for moving around stage. Basically the same advice I gave for a lip sync battle. Practice in the shoes you're going to be using. Get used to the shoes you're going to be using. Make sure that you're able to perform maneuvers that you want to perform in the outfit that you're going to be wearing. Things might be tight. Sleeves might not work, etc., etc. Just be prepared. Use your opportunity to talk to tech and make sure everything is ran through properly, like lights, timing, audio cues, mic, chair requests, anything else you might need. Take complete advantage of your rehearsal time to harass tech about this stuff. Not harass like bad, but like, you know, make sure everything's gonna be good. Cover all your bases, is basically what I'm saying. Masquerade is the big boy event that you want to make sure your bases are covered. You do not want to have something mess up on you or something not go right because something was missed. And I think it's pronounced Stars of Cassiopeia. I am so sorry if it's not. Gave me a boatload of advice, which I really appreciate. They specifically said, quote, "I need you to tell me a story. Even a choreographed dance skit can do this. You need to follow the story arc of introducing the conflict, building tension, having a climax, and resolving it. Sometimes it's hard in 2 to 3 minutes, but it has to move." Which is very good advice. She gave me quite a bit of advice that I'll be sharing here. Blocking on stage is very important. What that means specifically is finding points of stage that you're going to be utilizing. Use the whole stage. That is probably the biggest piece of feedback I have gotten every single time I've performed is, please use the entire stage. And I then proceed to not do that. So please try to do that. Focus on your timing, deliberate movements, and synchronization with group members. If it looks nice and clean and dynamic, fantastic. Lovely. Wonderful. Make sure the judges and audience can follow the plot even if they haven't seen the source. You don't want people being like lost and not understanding things. And completely out of the loop. You want at least like a little bit of like making them feel familiar for your source. Less is more. Don't shoehorn in a lot of things to try and win points. Pacing matters. So like, if you want to utilize a new skill that you're working on, great, do that. Don't try to pick up a million different new skills just for the sake of having a bunch of impressive new skills in your performance. It's a lot like craftsmanship. Focus on doing a really good job with the things that you can and not like juggling a million things. And don't try to rush through your performance too much. Try to make it feel like very natural and organic and not like I'm trying to meet the time limit. Craftsmanship, big one. I have obviously not participated in this, but I know a few people that have. They once again gave me lovely advice. Thank you very much to them. Costumes that have been worn for any previous craftsmanship competition at Anime Boston cannot be entered in again. And please, please try not to enter in a piece that has been entered into other contests, especially if they have won something. I believe that's called sandbagging, is when you enter in a costume to get multiple awards across conventions when you've already won a lot of awards. It's a lot. It's like a debated thing, I guess. I don't know. It's common courtesy. Be courteous. Be nice. Costumes cannot be purchased or rented. Only minimal number of found or bought pieces can be used, and it's case by case. You want to try and make this as much as you can. I believe, yeah, it says at least 75% of the cosplay must be made from complete scratch. Costumes that have won a major award are ineligible for participation. A major award is like something bigger than the judges or like a best in show or something. The only person eligible for an award is whoever made all of the costumes, if this applies. So if you have like a group and only one person in the group made all the costumes, they're the one that's eligible for the award, not everyone wearing all the cosplay. Very important for your application is a build book. It's basically a documentation of how you did everything, walking through specific details and how they were done. It's very, very, very important for judging, and it's mandatory. It's required. Big sip time. Yes, there are people that people go up for the masquerade to model their cosplay that they made, but it's important to know that the person that made that cosplay is the one that will be eligible for the award, not the model. But you are welcome to have someone model it for you, I believe. But yeah, you must make a build book, and a draft is required with your application upon submission. And it must include at least one full-length color reference image and at least 3 work-in-progress photos and 1 full-length photo of the costume in its current state as of application, a list of any purchased or found items that were not homemade, and a list of any third parties who helped with the costume and what components they assisted with. So, for example, if you had someone or a corporation or a friend 3D print your parts, you got to write that down. You got to write in that you did not 3D print those and who did. But you can also write in that you were the one that sanded them and painted them and primed them and did all the other stuff with it. Like if someone did embroidery for you, you got to write that down. Contestants must have a physical copy of their finalized build book at the time of prejudging, and they recommend no more than 10 pages per costume. If you're in a group and there are multiple costumes, obviously there's going to be multiple pages to your book, if not multiple books. I'm not sure if judges prefer multiple books over a single book. I think just a single is probably better for them to flip through. That's one thing, is you got to think about like what's easy for them to look at and flip through. Like, you don't want it to be insanely wordy. Having like a blurb about each section is probably best. I've seen a lot of really good build book tutorials. But prejudging, participants have approximately 5 minutes to present their entries to the judges and answer any questions. Come prepared with speaking points. So, for example, specific techniques and materials used, decisions made around design and construct, parts of the cosplay you are most proud of or found extra challenging. And you will be notified of this judging time around a couple weeks or a week before the con. And you want to make sure that you follow all emailed instructions from coordinators, because things can change. And you are also able to possibly change things. So if you have another event or a panel that you're running and it coincides with your judging time, please, as soon as you can, message coordinators. And they will see if they can find you a workaround. Like I said, what have I been saying the whole stream? Contact your coordinators. Another sip of water. One thing that I have seen in regards to advice on build books is I've seen people recommend that you organize the build books in a way where it's easy to see exactly what part is in what part of the book. So judges can easily like flip along with you while you're explaining and prejudging. I've seen people do like tabs at the bottom. It would be like, this tab is where I start explaining the headpiece, or this tab is where I start explaining the bodice or the armor or stuff like that. That really helps a lot, apparently. The easier you can make it for the judges to understand, the more they're gonna love you. Clean, finished seams and handiwork, and also good fitting cosplay is numero uno. Like, everything being nice and handled with care. Like, make it look like you really tried and you put care into it. Like I said regarding performance, you don't want to just throw a bunch of stuff in, like, I'm gonna put armor on it because armor will get me extra points, or I'm gonna embroider this because it'll get me more points for that. It doesn't get you that many points if you don't do it well, or if it's not executed well, or if you do like a million things but like your paint isn't sealed, or you still have gaps and things, and you didn't sand a 3D printed part down, or you didn't press your seams. Press your seams! That's something I do know. Press your seams! Attempt a variety of skills, but not just for the sake of doing them. Do them well, like I just said. And it needs to look attempted with care, not just done to be done for judging, which, yep. Star says once again, I'd personally rather award a simple looking costume that totally nailed everything with a handful of skills they did leverage than someone who tried 6 bajillion things, but only did an okay job with most of them. This is also something that comes up every time there's a major cosplay competition anywhere, not just Anime Boston, and it happened recently because, like I said, every time it comes up is everyone always gets mad if a sewn piece wins over an armor piece. The thing about seeing the cosplays from the audience or from a photo or camera or something is you're not getting what the judges are seeing. Judges are able to see up close armor prints, seeing if they've sanded them down well, or if there's still print lines, or if they had specific layering with the paint that gives it like a certain sheen, or if seams are pressed, or if embroidery was done specifically in a way that made it look very clean. So people see a sewn garment win and they're all like, oh, why did that thing win over the big, cool, detailed armor thing? And it's like, well, that big, cool, detailed armor thing could have been unsealed Evofoam that was cut badly. Like, it might look good from a distance, but we don't know. Meanwhile, that person could have like utilized esoteric, insane sewing magic on their gown, and that's why they won. Like, they were like, yeah, I went into like historical accuracy with this garment. Like, it's insane sometimes, especially when you get into masters. That's when you get into like crazy stuff. Like, I used specific like this Egyptian velvet because it like matches the like time era this character is based off of. Like, it's mind-blowing stuff. It really is. But yes, if you are good at something, try to undertake a project that you can show your skills off to. Don't undertake a project just because you think it's gonna let you win. As for the show itself, you'll be lined up, introduced, and walked on stage. You will strike 3 poses. At each point on stage, they will mark them. Basically, there's like 1 left, 1 center, 1 right, and then exit. And you will show your work off to the audience, and then you leave. And you'll be seated in a craftsmanship audience area of the auditorium to watch the rest of the show until they line you up for awards. I have not seen craftsmanship people in the green room. Usually they're all seated out front with the audience, like off to the side. They do give you plenty of room if you have large cosplays. Awards winners are lined up in advance after the exhibition skit usually, for both performance and craftsmanship. If they line you up, you've won something, but they will not tell you what you got until they call you up, which is very, very exciting. It also makes things really like smooth because they don't have to like search for everyone as they're calling awards. It's kind of nice. I like it a lot. I've always liked it. Is this the last one? This is the last slide. But yeah, my experience. The only thing I would say about Anime Boston Masquerade is it's long. It's very long. It's about 3 hours, maybe more. And then if you're participating in it, you're going to be there about an hour to an hour and a half to maybe longer than that beforehand. But luckily, you are not expected to stay afterwards, if not, like, for very long, if at all. And it's not running as late this year. I think it's an earlier time slot. But, hold on. That is basically it. For all of the events in particular, except for, like I said, drag show. I'm sorry. There it is. There it is. Okay. I just have this up to have this up for screen. While I get my fire alpaca set up again for any other questions. Where's my thing? Oh, am I allowed to even? Yep, it let me. Okay, it did. It let me. Okay, and bam! We have my blank whiteboard. Does anyone have any questions or comments or concerns or any curiosities at all about anything that I did cover or maybe did not cover or maybe missed or something like that? Once again, anything specific about like in-character contest, deathmatch, if you want to talk about former events, I'm all about that. Masquerade, performance, we can answer because we have participated in those. And then Goggle has also been on the inside of a lot of these. If he is still here, he may also be able to help out with some questions. Yeah, the weaponry is a big deal. Like I said, it's more of a Boston PD thing. So when it comes to weaponry, like I said, any realistic firearms, I've seen people have them in the con with the orange tips, but it really is just like up in the air. It's easier if you're staying on site because you can just go back to the hotel room and put it in the thing, but I would ask around more about that. General question. What event did you see that made you want to participate or try out for them? Oh my god, what was it? My first convention we ever did was Anime Boston 2018, and the only event I was able to see was the Masquerade because I only went on Saturday, and I didn't really exactly know what was going on. I just went to show off my first cosplay I ever did, and then walk around, and then I just heard there was a Masquerade thing going on, so I just went and did that. A lot of the Masquerade performances got me into like gear, into like, wow, that looks really fun, and I kind of want to do that. In regards to deathmatch, chess, all that jazz for Majima, so in 2022, that was his first time doing any events, and it was completely on like a whim. I remember I was putting in for karaoke contest, and this would have been his first convention, his first time cosplaying, like going out as himself and stuff. And I was like, hey, is there anything like you wanna do? Like this deathmatch thing, like seems like it's something right up your alley. Like that's literally like that's made for you. This event was made for you. This is your hole. It was made for you. And he was just like, yeah, screw it. Let's just do it. And so I put him in for deathmatch and chess and lip sync battle. Lip sync battle he did not get into. And deathmatch he did. Deathmatch and chess. And it was just on a whim. It was just like, whatever, let's do it. So he gets in on Friday that morning to prep and stuff. And it was when he lined up to get ready to go into the green room, he had someone in front of him turn around and go, oh, hey, Majima. And he was like, whoa, well, this is kind of neat. And it was just like the fact that everyone was so friendly and welcoming in the green room. And it was like there was a community and staff was so sweet. And he realized just how fun it was, like how good of a time. Like it's the people, yeah, but then it's the performance aspect of like it's so fun. And there's only really like a couple times a year you're able to do this. And he's like, well, I gotta do it again. And I was like, bruh. He's just been doing it ever since. With me for Masquerade and Idol stuff, my first performance at karaoke contest in 2022 did not go as well as I wanted it to, because we still were under COVID regulations and we had to wear masks, and I was not breathing very well at the time, and it was my first time doing anything like that. Of course, I'm very hard on myself about it, which you gotta start somewhere. But it was actually the AAC Masquerade that same year in October that made me really start doing stuff for myself, because we had run into a few friends from the Anime Boston social Discord and befriended them and hung out and stuff, and they were like, hey, we're going to this other con in Westford, I believe it was, where AAC used to be, and they were like, you should come with, we have a room. And we were like, yeah, okay. And they had a Masquerade open, and I was like, you know what, I can do that. So I signed up for it. It was relatively small, and we immediately had technical issues. As soon as I started performing, we had awful technical issues, which was no big deal, but it was just like the experience of like going up and performing on a stage. I was like, yeah, this is something I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna keep doing this 100%. And then I think particularly chess, 100% chess was like the main like powerhouse of like making us go, yeah, we really like doing all this stuff. And it's so funny because as the years went on with chess, Majima got to get away with more and more. Like at first he was just some guy that like ran and like got punched in the head and fell over, and then the next year he was an actual player on the board and was lounging around and sleeping and finding food and like threatening people, and he didn't even really fight anyone. He died. He just immediately lost his fight, which it was in a dramatic fashion. He died violently to a nun from Genshin Impact. It was crazy. And then the next year he's part of Sitcast, which is the, oh my god, it's sit in the corner and sulk. Sit in the corner and sulk, that's what it stands for. They were basically like security for the host, who was Kotaro Tatsumi. Which was also like a huge big character that Majima's always played into, so it was like really funny to have that like character contrast of him and then this other character he used to play a lot. I'll be at the I'm sorry, I have to stop yapping for a second to read these. I'll be at the Hilton, it's a 5-minute walk. Oh, the Hilton is a perfect walk. Oh yeah, definitely do not have that firearm out in the Prudential or outside of the Heinz. Get that thing checked by con security and only have it out to do that. Really hope AB Chess makes a comeback. I've heard things. I don't know. Majima was one of the best sick cast members I've had on stage. Did an amazing job. He says thank you. It's it was definitely a lot. You definitely let him get away with way more than he should have. Give him a taste of evil, which is funny because since then he has put in for hosting for events and stuff. Like we did have the deathmatch coordinator approach us, but it was a completely different plan than we were going to be able to accommodate to make it like work out well. That, and we're unsure about Saturday right now. So since deathmatch is also on Saturday, it's like, well, it's a little harder this year. It's not on Friday. But he's been vying for deathmatch host as Majima Goro for so long. It's kind of ridiculous. He says, yeah, if you need a co-host for any event, he says, call me. Maybe one of these years we'll go for cosplay staff or something. Oh yeah, if there are a lot of people from the AB social Discord, they're all rooting for chess. They're all still very mad about chess. But I don't know, lip sync battle being on Friday makes me consider putting him in for that. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be really nice to have chess make a comeback, but no, I'm not really holding my breath. I know I've said it a few times, but it's just like I have this vibe that like Anime Boston is kind of, the executives are having the convention move in a specific direction that cannot accommodate certain events like Idol Showcase and Cosplay Chess and possibly other events in the future, which is why I'm relieved that they gave Goggle his in-character contest again. I was gonna start clawing at the walls if they said no. You can't take both. You gotta let this man have something, you know? It's not fair. But yeah, I don't know. I might put in for lip sync battle for him. I'm just warning you though, it's not gonna be like, okay, all right, loaded question. I'm being bullied for this. It's going to be very specific song choices. It's going to be a lot of Wham. There's going to be Britney Spears in there once. At least once. Maybe even more than once. There's going to be some real stuff in there. I might go for it. I'd do it right now if it wouldn't dox me. Show you guys how it is to fill out an application. But yeah, there you go, Goggle. You pretty much heavily motivated us, so thank you. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything that I may not have covered? Oh, thank you so much. It's, yeah, I did this like, I think we did this in like 1 or 2 days, like on a whim. I was like on a creative streak. I was like, you know what? Let's finally like make a human model. My girlfriend's been pushing for like, she's like, you should get like a model, like get one of the premates, and I'm like, I don't want to have money. Like I always think like any money I could put towards something like that is money I could put towards doing a show or like doing music or something. It's hard. Or like buying food. Very food motivated individual. Thank you very much for the compliments on the model. It's cute. I like it a lot. I have a couple expressions for it, which I can't actually. I can, but not right now. Not right. Oh God. Oh, I disappeared for a second. I saw the abyss. It scared me. It startled me. The money. Yeah. Isn't that what everything is at this point? Money. My face went money. Especially for conventions. Oh, that Anime Boston ticket is brutal. It's not unexpected, but it's brutal. I've been eyeing Otakon because I want to do the idol events over at Otakon, and seeing people complain about the $85 Otakon weekend pass badge is like making me feel so privileged. Like, I'm like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Your badge price isn't in triple digits already, like you. 2002. Jeez, Goggle, you were around for the birth of Christ. Yeah, Anime Expo too. Yeah, Anime Expo is like a very peculiar convention though. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to go unless it's like I get compensated. I get compensated. It's a performance opportunity. I don't think I'm ever gonna go. Even if Takaya Kuroda went, I don't even think I'd be able to afford it anyways. I wasn't a living creature. Whoa, all right, now you're making me feel old. Yeah, no. Anime NYC is also notoriously expensive. Everything's gone up in price. It sucks. Yeah, Anime Expo's for like huge big time industry guests, but I'm also seeing like a lot of other cons get those guests now too though. Like Kineticon's always had like kind of bigger guests. I've seen CPAC get big time names, Otakon gets them. Anime Boston kinda gets them. Real. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going to be maybe having some trouble getting some foreign guests this year in Anime Boston, or just in conventions in general. Yeah, Bryce Pappenbrook. I think I did see that. I got the email about that. I don't know. I'm usually not a big guest person because, like, there's only a few people that I would, like, be like, oh my god, I have to drop everything and go see this person. Keiji Tang was one of those people. We obviously had to go see him when it was Majima and Kiryu. They went and saw him, and he was, like, so stunned, and he was, like, so impressed, and he was such a cool guy, and it was just such a fun, formative experience. It's like, there's not many people I would do that for, though. Kineticon would be lovely. It would be great, especially since their idol programming is really good from what I've heard and seen. So it makes me want to go. But once again, it comes down to finances. Like, it's hard to be able to afford to not only travel out to a con, but like get room and accommodation and also buy the ticket, and it's a lot. Anime Boston is so accessible for us because it's just like a $30 Uber ride or a $12 train ticket, or just, I don't know, walk. Walk for 6 hours and you're there. That's why it especially stinks that AAC moved away from Westford and went back up to Manchester, because I'm like, dang it, I gotta go to Manchester if I want to go. Yeah, I think it's especially hard to get Japanese voice actors and industry people right now that are not currently already in the United States. I think visa stuff is just being kind of handled bad. I am interested in this one convention. I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. It was like, God, where is it? It like, they had a suspicious number of strange guests for a very new convention. Yeah. Okay. Anime Utopia. No, I would love to go up to Manchester. We used to go up to Salem, New Hampshire all the time, but like, then we gotta get the car fixed. I think once we get the car fixed, it'll be easier. There's just a couple things. It's just, once again, money. Everything's expensive. We have to, it's not just like getting it fixed, it's like getting it, we have to register it, we have to get it inspected, we have to get the title for the, it's just everything. But yeah, it was Anime Utopia that I was thinking about. It's like a brand new convention. The website is very suspicious looking, and they have some insane guests. Like, they have like Hatsune Miku, like not the voice provider, and then the voice providers for Rin and Len, and then they have Utsupi coming, and then they have a bunch of other crazy other Japanese guests, and it's like, wow, how are you getting them? And the tickets aren't even that expensive, I think. So it's like everyone's kind of like side-eyeing it. Yeah, it's a little sus. But we'll see. Excuse me. It looks like the convention is legit, and I think they are paying well, but once again, the main problem with like announcing big time Japanese guests like this is visa stuff. Like, yeah, you can pay them a lot of money and have them come out. You can throw a lot of money at a convention, even if it's new and it's legit and stuff, but it's like, at the end of the day, if you don't have visa situations figured out beforehand, it's gonna be a bust. So it's like completely possible that this convention is legit and like has a lot of money and is able to pay these people to come out, but it's possible that like they don't have the organization power to like actually have all those visas be figured out by the time the convention rolls around. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few cancellations from them before convention day. I would actually be surprised if we don't see any. It stunk the year that we had themes still for Anime Boston, and the theme was idols, that like they were still dealing with visa situations and couldn't like get many idol guests or performers. Yeah, that's the main big deal right now, unfortunately. The world we're living in. The current day, the current year. I've had this dinky blank whiteboard up this whole time. I completely forgot. I have drawing power. Where's my colors? There's my colors. I was like, I was gonna have like a whole thing where it's like I did draw and do explanations and sit in there. That's what you get. That's what you guys are getting tonight for the whiteboard. Unless like I said, there's any other questions or concerns or comments or stuff. Yep, there he is. There's a bird. There's a bird. There's a bird there. I'm like wondering if I can pop up some old photos or something. Oh, I have Fire Alpaca open. I totally could. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Hold the phone, fellas. Yep, AB 2025. Where is the word? That's an old one. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, forget it. Let's just do photo time here. This was my performance at Anime Boston Cosplay Singer this past year. This is the performance I did for that con this year. I didn't do Masquerade. This honestly was like almost more fun than Masquerade. It was really cool. I liked the setup, and I feel like this was one of my best performances up until that point. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I killed it. I loved it. It was really fun. It's a really fun time. It was a very nicely ran event. What is this? Oh, that is what the green room looked like for deathmatch. Oh, that is the back of Majima's head. Thank you. Okay, I gotta put this one up. This was deathmatch last year. This was green room deathmatch last year. And there's our boy. Hold on, I have to red circle this guy. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? I gotta stop being annoying. That was a photo of deathmatch. This was, hold on, failed to open. Oh no. Why failed to open? Let's just get rid of these. Hold on. New photo, who it is. Oh, it's because some of these are HEIC files. Bruh, whatever. This is when Majima and Kiryu met up with KG Tang. Like I said, he was a real bro and a half. Oh, this is completely petrified. No, you had some photos of you taken at In Character Contest, which was like really nice. Because they still haven't come out with those yet. Which, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little mean. I'm gonna be a little mean for a second. We still don't have photos from 2023. And we still don't have most of the photos from 2025. And it's really annoying. And anytime anyone brings it up, the staff is like, they'll be out when they're out. And yeah, it's really no. Here, let me I'll straight up show you. Hold on. That was my thing for my stream. Hold on. I hope that didn't have any sensitive information in it. But no, here, like, go down here. You're at gallery. Visit our gallery. We got Anime Boston 2023. Is it 2023 or 2024? Yeah, that's Sunday. So no chess. Saturday. No masquerade. Friday. Looks like everything for Friday. Or most things for Friday. Kind of. But like, you know, not really. Like, no deathmatch. Nothing. This is 2023, so that's 2 years ago, going on 3 years ago now. Nothing. And in 2025, we have, be real, we have Friday, which is most stuff. I think they have all of, yeah, they did have all of Deathmatch. Yep, they have all of Deathmatch. They have all the performers. They have Kiryu getting fumbled by a boulder while Majima lays dead on the ground. Hey, look, it's you! It's you, Luigi man. And then the wonderful Eggman. The Eggmen, excuse me. They have all of Deathmatch. And then we click on in-character contest. And we have... Great photo of Goggle, by the way. We have about half of the first round. And then nothing else. So it's like, and they do have you, Ethan, right there. But, like, they have a couple of the panels and stuff. They have opening ceremonies. Yeah, and see, Saturday and Sunday still completely gone. And it's weird because it's like, okay, but they have half of the photos from cosplay and character contest, but it's like obvious that it was the same person, if not the same set of people taking these photos. So like, what happened to the rest of them? Why were the rest of them not uploaded? It's just weird to upload only half of them. Saturday has lip sync battle? For real? Oh shoot! It does! Wow, I recognize most of the people in this picture. That's so crazy. Oh, I think I recognize almost everyone in this photo. Yeah, there's your lip sync battle, folks. You'll probably see them in the same event again next year. That's nice. They got the lip sync. Oh, they did? They got all... Oh my god, this is great. No, like, why can't every album be like this? I don't get it. Where are our photos? This is driving me crazy. Because, like, I still haven't done a post. Really. It stinks. Hold on. Kind of bummed the in-character qualifiers weren't recorded. Lost media. Yeah, I was kind of banking on... Bless you. Sorry. It's okay. I was banking on someone in the audience recording it. But that was one thing that, okay, I will admit, I got so spoiled. Kirafa says, bless you. She says, thank you. But, like, that's something that we got really spoiled at Idol Jam 4 is, like, they had, like, 3 people recording. They had, like, 2 people filming, and they had 2 people taking photos. It was crazy. It was nice. I was bummed the in-character was at the same time as Iron Mouse. No, it's not just you. It's not just you. Everyone was. I remember we made a big stink about that. We're like, okay, not only are you running the first, like, you're running it in tandem with 2 other major events, and then not only that, but like round 2 and 3 were right before Masquerade, and they did a room clear after it was done. So like anyone that wanted to see Masquerade and in character like probably didn't have the opportunity because they had to like room clear it. It's stupid. They like really shafted you. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. It wasn't good. Like I said, they've got their priorities, and they're very obvious about what their priorities are now. It's very disappointing and depressing, but it is what it is. I think the hardest part is that they can't change venues right now, because it's like there's nowhere for AB to go. They can't go to the BCEC. It's just not formatted for it. It's not, it would be weird and probably not able to be done. This is a completely different beast. But they can't stay at the Heinz. It's gotten too big. It's gotten big enough to the point where they have to like start rationing events and stuff. My candid pics this year. Yeah. It just tells me that I gotta take more photos at conventions. Oh, there's our boys. But oh my god, we're going on almost 3 hours of this stream. Woo! The BCEC does have panel rooms, but it's like they're very peculiar, and the venue itself is like it's most of the venue is the big expo hall. So it's like while it could like fit like Artist's Alley in the dealer's room, like it would still have a lot more room left, and there's not exactly any like large, there's nothing like the Heinz Memorial Auditorium there. Yeah, it's a trade show and a store setup. So it's like it's hard to get like big performance venue in there. Like I know PAX has live music performances, but the venue is small. So it's like maybe you could argue it's possible a little bit, but it's kind of not though. It's just the space can't accommodate what Anime Boston does. And it just kind of looks like Anime Boston's not going to be able to continue doing a lot of things unless they move venues. Like things like chess, and it's evident that they don't feel like the space they have is adequate enough to accommodate large events like Idol Showcase. So it's like, yeah, they're saying like, oh, maybe next year we'll be able to increase the person limit past 7, but it's like, no, probably not. Man, like, no, I just don't have much faith in it, which stinks. Because Anime Boston is my home convention. And I love it to death, but it's just, a lot of changes have been happening that have been kind of like souring the mood a little. Space in the hotels near to the BCEC. Yeah, that's another thing, is the BCEC is in like a dookie area. The Seaport stinks. I'm just gonna say it. Seaport's doo-doo fart. I don't like being in the Seaport. It's like all traffic, it's all industrial. The hotels are like, everything's far away. Like, I like my little Prudential Center area. I like everything being around and like being able to walk, and there's a train and I can take the train anywhere I want. I can take the train directly to the barbecue, which is the most important part of the weekend. I hope you didn't just hear my stomach. Working with right now, time-wise. Oh my god, I sorry, I didn't mean to get rid of the bird. I know that's the load-bearing bird. I can't get rid of that. Ad starts at 54 seconds. Oh god, snooze. Did it work? It did. I snoozed it for 5 minutes. That's the only the bad part about reaching affiliate, is now you have ads, which I understand is like one of the most annoying things on this planet, and I am so sorry they exist, but I try my best to make sure that we don't have pre-rolls. Because one of the most annoying things ever on Twitch is like tuning into someone's stream and not being able to actually see what's going on because I have to watch 3 minutes of pre-roll ads first. So that's why usually when I'm like doing this starting soon, I'll run the ads for 3 minutes so we reset the timer and then just do breaks. Works better, I think. Thank you, I'm trying my best. I've never really been huge into like the Twitch thing. This is like my first real like get into it. I did it a very little way back when, but not like this. My ad is about to start in 4 minutes. Oh, I'm glad it gave me the notification. Honestly, watching a lot of Goggles stuff has helped me out a lot. So thank you, Goggle. And I hope that I'm now able to raid you when I'm done streaming, because I felt so bad I was never able to raid you. One thing that's like always made me curious is how like VTubers do like collabs and stuff, like get their little guys on the screen and stuff. I sound like such a boomer. Yeah, how do you get the little cartoon guys on the other person's stream? That's so weird. It has to be like a Discord thing. No, maybe a little, maybe a teensy bit. Recently with the internet issues, the past few times I've tried to tune into you have been like right after I stream, and my internet is like dying and on its last breath and I can't watch anything. But now that the internet has been working, oh my god, it's so much better. It's been working so much better, it's great. It is a Discord thing, okay. Well, you know, I'm just saying, I haven't played Fall Guys in a hot minute. I used to play it quite a bit back when it came out. So if you need another fella to fall some guys, whatever it's called. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. I'm not good at this. That in the past, like, a couple months have been just so weird. Like, post-October has just been, like, the Twilight Zone for me. It's been very strange. I'm just a little guy. We're all just little guys in a big world. Yeah, you know what? I'm down. If you ever have, like, a... breaks and hysterics. Yeah, if you ever have, like, a slot open in your Fall Guys or anything, yeah. I can reinstall Fall Guys. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna have like the old cosmetics and like we're gonna load into a map that was released like post-launch and I'm gonna be confused and not know what to do. I learned from watching you! No. Yeah, we gotta do that. I think I'm gonna start the new job soon, so then I might have a concrete schedule. I might actually have like a consistent concrete schedule for the first time in my life, like an actual 9-to-5 job with like benefits. It's so weird. Like I've always like just worked completely open schedules where I just like my boss could like be like get in and I just go. So it's like having a consistent one where it's like I might have PTO. This is crazy. But I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to reach out. Then there's like a million other things I'm supposed to be doing too. I'm supposed to be still doing a thing with a game friend that I have that I've still not done at all because my recording setup has moved from the closet to here so I can do streaming stuff. Proper 9 to 5 because money. I like money too. I like being able to pay bills and afford food and take my cat to the vet and go to conventions. And all those things require money. FedEx opens up like other opportunities with the USPS though, right? Like I heard the first few years at the postal service are like hell, but like once you make it past those, you're like set for life. That is something that like I've considered was a post office job, but it's like they're not hiring in my city. No one is hiring. Everyone's like, oh, no one wants to work. No one wants to hire you. Just throw boxes for a few. That's not that bad. Sometimes you don't even need higher ambitions, dude. If it keeps you alive, who cares? I hope you get your stuff. I don't think I've gotten anything shipped from FedEx in a while. I'm sorry, man. It's all Prime now. Don't work for Jeff Bezos, that's for sure. That's one job you know you don't want. Oh god, ad starts and hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh. Oh my god, I literally just saw like ad starts in 3 seconds. I freaked out, I'm sorry. Okay. I am gonna take another quick break and I'm going to finally let this stupid ad break run while I'm gone. I will come back. We will cool down, wrap up, and head out for the night. I don't know if anyone else is currently streaming. Oh, I'm stuck on creator dashboard. Hold on. Ah, this newfangled technology. Martha's streaming. Guppy's streaming. Guppy is Pengy's friend. We might raid Guppy. We might raid Guppy for a little bit. Okay, whatever. Yes, quick break. I'm gonna run an ad while I'm gone. And I'll be right back. Psst. Hey. Are any of my subscribers in here? I love you. There you are! I love it's like a little secret thing. So everyone else is being subjected to ads. You're exempt. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I didn't actually scare you. Wait, Luigi, you're subbed? Oh my god. Wait a minute. I know you. I know who that is. I know who that is. Thank you for the gifted sub, Kirafa. I think I know who that is. Unless it's an account that someone just made. Is that you? That's not you. I swear to God, back in the day, I knew someone. No, I swear to God, back in the day on Twitter, there was someone whose screen name was that. I could have sworn. And Luigi, don't apologize. I was like, wait, how are you hearing me during the ad break? You're probably at Adblock or Turbo. It's not you. What? How could you see this person? What? Well, congratulations, Majima's left nipple, on your subscription. Oh, the ads ended on you and you were the way. Oh, that's awful. That's scary. You can search by Twitch ID. Wait. Oh, this is just a person? You just went and found this person and gifted them a sub? Oh my god, it's completely possible I do know this person. I'm not kidding you. If that's literally what you just did. That is hilarious. I do know the person that you just gifted a sub to. No way. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm silly. It's Majima's left ass cheek that I know. It's not. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I got them mixed up. It's very similar names. That is so funny. You almost like broke the conditioning there. That's weird. This person. They're gonna get like a notification now. Like, you just got gifted a sub. Dude, if you gifted it to Majima's left ass cheek, that would be so funny. He's like, hey, I've been on that person's Twitter. Of course you have, buddy. Of course you have. Good lord. Look at Kirafa out here gifting stuff. Oh, now you're on the leaderboard forever. You're on the leaderboard forever. Could you gifted a sub to Majima's left ass cheek, bruh? Sorry, left up. It is hard to keep up. Now you have the cute little gift box next to your name. Oh, I forgot. While everyone's still here, I think we do have a Discord server. Everyone is welcome to come in and say hi and hang out and also get announcements and stream notifications and stuff about my idol stuff. If you are a member of my close friend's Instagram story, or you are a subber, or you have bought something in the merch store, you automatically get put into the extra tier of the fan club, which gives you access to works in progress and a fancy chat room and stuff like that. Goggle, you are a member of that group, because I did put you in the close friends group because you're a homeboy. So you will get in there if you show up. I'm jingling the keys in front of you, Goggle. Jingle, jingle. Ah! There you are. Alright, hold on. Let me get your stuff. Hey, let me figure you out here. Oh, there you go. Now it's letting me do rolls. We do that, we do that. There you go. I'm not gonna select your ping rolls for you. That's up to you, but I gave you the fancy fan club roll, and then also the roll that lets you like actually do things. Because I have my server on a 30-minute cooldown in between people joining, so you can't like post images and stuff right away just in case. I've seen some people try some stuff. But the server is like actually surprisingly more active and has more people in it than I had anticipated, which is really lovely. But you are also more than welcome to promote your own streams and stuff in there too as well, in the stream promo channel. So the more people I can direct to you, the better. Yeah, you can if you want. You can just hang out if you want. It doesn't matter. I'm not even very active in it. It depends on the day. It ebbs and flows. You're... like wondering. Nah. Okay, we are reaching the 3-hour mark on stream. I'm thinking I'm gonna wind it down. Only last question. Goggle Candy. Have you taken the horse pill yet? Have you played Uma Musume? Poke me after stream. You are more than welcome to poke me after stream. I think this music can't get me VOD copyrighted, I hope. I heard it can't, so I think we're good. But I also did a fancy setting change that made it so it doesn't record the music in the recording, so I can splice this down later and upload it, and it won't sound weird. I'm a genius now. I'm learning technology. Vodka. You know, like the horse. Ew, OpenAI just bought Pinterest. Tragedy for all women everywhere. I never used Pinterest. It's all AI grossness on there right now. I know a lot of people that did. That stinks. Yeah, boo. Yeah, I had to put my Twitter on private because a couple people I know got hit by the Grok thing, and I'm just like, well, I know it's just AI generated. It's like, I don't want to deal with it if it does happen to me. So yeah, I do. We're screwed. White moms just fell to their knees in the grocery store. No, I'd say it's like even worse. Because it's like the ease of access. It's really bad. Like, yeah, it's bad. I'd rather not deal with it. I wonder if this technically makes me a VTuber now. Like, can I just start going and posting on all the places like, hey, I'm a VTuber now. I got a person face. One of these days I might get one of those really cool customizable models, but it ain't today. And I'd rather be putting my money towards a different project that I'm working on very excitedly. Which, I guess before stream ends, I could give a small sneaky peeky of perhaps a little sneaky peeky. Alright. So, I am going to be closing out stream soon. Let me see who we have to throw you guys over to. I know we got somewhere. I know we got someplace. Oh, that's so cute. It lets me knock on this person. I don't know what that does. I guess it makes a collab. Yeah, let's raid Linus Tech Tips. Okay, that would be funny though. Wouldn't it be funny? Hold on. All right, let me. No, we're gonna do this cute little feature. Hold on. We're gonna do this cute little feature here. We're gonna do a poll. We raid. All right, I will put a list of people who we have options to raid. I think. I mean, I'm only gonna know if I try to raid them. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. All right, I am currently starting a poll for who to raid. Ba-bam. It will be up for 3 minutes. Please vote. Please vote. Let me just real quick explain our choices here. Meow It's Martha is someone who is prominent, very much so in the Kai Idol community. Currently playing Undertale, sweetheart. Iron Mouse, self-explanatory. I think she's doing a New Year's stream right now. It would be really funny. Guppy is a Kai Idol who has performed alongside one of my Oshi Pangi. She's very sweet. She's also a VTuber. And Linus Tech Tips. Linus Tech Tips. Mr. Tech Tips. Who voted Linus Tech Tips? What's your raid, Linus? I bet it won't even let me. It would be funny if it did, though. We're gonna let this marinate for a second. I mean, if it doesn't let me raid Linus Tech Tips, then it will let me raid Martha, I guess. So we got a few minutes left on the poll, so I'm gonna let you guys marinate in that for a second. That is so funny. Oh, what am I doing? I could have the chat up. There we go. Oh, no. I'm in studio mode. It didn't actually go up. Well, Linus is awesome. Linus is cool. Yeah. Thinking that's probably how it's gonna go. I forgot you guys have been sitting at this blank screen the whole time. It really, like, ruins the chat box, though, now that I'm so tall and human-shaped. The chat box is, like, a no-go now. That stinks. Although I could put followers, subscriber, and donator on the actual window or down below, maybe. I liked the friends list style, though. It's so witty. It's cute. Like, look at that. It's whimsical. I don't want to get rid of the whimsy. But my head's too big. It is. It's peak. It's peak, I fear. Alright, let's look at our poll results real quick. Yeah, it's half and half Linus Tech Tips and Martha. Okay. We're gonna see if we can raid Linus. Real quick before we do that, I would like to put a small teaser for this next big project that we are currently working on. This is all you're getting for now. Oh, it doesn't even really show it. It's the same, man. Fumbled hard. Hold on. There, we got a sleeve. Now, see, the sleeve gives it away. The sleeve gives it away what it is. Is it as if this wouldn't be like the most predictable reveal ever? There you go. Yeah, joke's on you. The preview I used for the PNGTUBER debut material was actually this image. Oh, I want to just show the full image so bad. I want to just show... You know what? Alright, guys. You pulled my arm. Behold. We worked on this the past couple days. This will be our first piece of promo material when we get around to revealing what we're working on. And luckily, I already have this costume. Thank you. I already have this costume, save for the orange skirt. I have Sakura's pink one instead. I have to get an orange one. But there's your teaser for the next big thing. I jumped into action because I started getting consistent work in progresses back from the person we're working with on the major component of the project. That, and there's just a lot of whimsical details going into this that I was like totally on board with, and I was like, this is great and I really want to do this year. So I am hoping for the main... I'm like trying not to give away too much because it's like everything's being worked on. Nothing is like able to be shown or released yet. And I'm trying to like make it a habit to like not talk about anything that I'm not ready to show off yet. So I'm just gonna shut up. That's all you get. This PNG is all you get. This is all you get. Look at that face. Love it. But now we are going to... Wait, can I take a... Oh, I can take a... Oh, that is so cool. I can take a screenshot. I didn't even know that. Okay. Wow, I am literally such a boomer. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna raid Linus. We're gonna try it. Let's see. Where is he at? Where's the raid button? There it is. There he is. I wonder if it's gonna let me. Oh, it is. It is gonna let me. Oh my god, it's gonna let me raid Linus Tech Tips. That is so funny. Okay. Well. Well, I guess we're all going to Linus. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming in. It was so great to talk to all of you, especially Goggle and everyone else from the convention scene, the idol scene. It was great to put on this little thing for you all just to help clear some misconceptions or help with some confusion or maybe even get you guys interested in some of the events. I'll be uploading a cropped version of this to YouTube for other people to watch as well. Anyways, everyone go say hi to Linus.